Hello and welcome to the Industrial Ecology Data Commons prototype. I want to explain a bit about the background of this interface and also show some of the special features that can help you to better understand how the database works and how data can be found and retrieved. The first thing you should do is have a look at the list of all data types we have defined. In the accompanying paper we explain that there are 6 generic categories of data that we use in socio-economic metabolism, and these are flows, stocks, the material or product properties, the process parameters, the process properties, and the general ratios of the 5 above. And under these categories we have now identified about 20 commonly used data types such as in-use stocks or lifetimes or shares, prices, and so on. And all the data that are entered in the Industrial Ecology Data Commons will need to be matched to one of those data types. If it doesn't work, we will have to debate whether a new data type needs to be created. All the data we have used so far fit to one of these data types. When you now have this background information, you can start looking for data. Therefore, we have the search interface where you can search by name, for example, data by a colleague of us. Or you can search by topic, buildings, material, or you can search by specific data types. For example, if I'm looking for in-use stocks, then I would use the category 2IUS and I get all the in-use stocks that are available in the data. You can also search for paper DOIs to directly see whether a certain paper has data sets in the database. Once you have selected a certain dataset, you can see the complete dataset table entry. So this is the information that describes the dataset, what it is about, what category it is, what time frame it covers, and so on. And most importantly, this piece here contains the structure of the data. So this would be structure saying we have data for processes, chemical elements, time, commodity, and region. And below here we have something that I call a semantic string that explains how these different data aspects work together. And then there's the metadata, where they come from, what the source is, and who put the data into the database. The data set can belong to a data group, for example, the different stocks and flows of an MFA system, or the different data sets that belong to one particular paper. And this data group can have a system definition. And this is here the case as we are looking at the steel cycle data. There's other data sets. I think this, for example, if you select this, you see you still have the data set description, which is always there, but there's no data group and also no system definition. So this is just a data set. And you also see if the data set is registered in the database, but the actual data are not there because maybe we are not allowed to put them in here or they are too big, then you get a hint here and then you need to refer to the authors or the web link provided. And for the data sets that are available, you see the dataset size. So for the steel stock data sets we have 15,000 data, so this is one of the larger data sets we have. And this dataset can directly be downloaded. At the moment we only allow download in Excel format. So now the database engine generates the Excel file with this dataset. And when you open the file in your download folder, you see 2 sheets. And the first sheet is a copy of the dataset description from the dataset table with the name, description of the data set, the different aspects, the meaning of the aspects, and the metadata. And then you have the sheet with the actual data that contain the different aspects items. For example here, Afghanistan, all steel containing products in 1912 for iron in the use phase. And their meaning in a sentence is documented again here in the semantic string. And then on the right side you have the actual data. So many gigagrams or kilotons with an uncertainty if it is present. Most of the aspects will be empty because the database allows up to 12 aspects that are in most cases not needed. These are the main features of the Industrial Ecology Data Commons prototype. If you want to learn more about the data model and the database structure, there's a video lecture on it, and there's also an upcoming publication. Thank you for your attention, and we are very interested in receiving your feedback.